Shani on Indie, starting now.
Hello, and welcome to Shani on Indie. I am your host, Shani Davidson, and I am on Indie. This is your forum for the independent movement, where you can get the best of independent artists here in New York City and abroad. But I want to start out this first episode introducing you to the Shani on Indie family, an extended family. So we're going to start out with my co-executive producer, Mr. Shane Lee Benoit.
Dear. Thank you. Great introduction. It's a big day.
Yes, it is.
You can tell by how fancy dressed I am.
I know. Yeah.
That's very.
You didn't get the memo, huh?
I did not get the memo.
Okay.
I should have written it though.
That would have helped.
So here we are.
Yes.
Shani on Indie.
Yes. So why don't we talk about how we really got
the
this thing started?
Yes,
the beginning.
To tell the audience, it started out.
Jesus was a part of this, by the way.
He was. Yes, it was many moons ago.
Exactly.
But seriously, you were doing the course for BronxNet, which we have to thank BronxNet for giving us
Thank you, BronxNet.
that forum to do the show.
Yes.
Without them, there is nothing.
So now let's talk about the bar. The bar,
right? We were at the restaurant.
We started out having dinner, right? We arranged to have dinner, get together, have a little night, that kind of thing. And I really wanted to just share with him my aspirations, because I wanted to have a show. That was the whole point. I wanted to have a show, right? And I needed to have a show because there has to be an outlet for all of this, And
but originally, your idea was that you wanted to do a sitcom, basically.
Yes.
But we were very far away from that. It was still in the very initial stages of development.
Yeah.
And you were still toying with the idea. You wanted to be just right, which as you should.
Absolutely.
So I sat there.
Because it's hard to find funny people.
It is. You have not found one yet sitting in this chair.
Yeah.
But my idea was basically I wanted to do something that was, as you described in your wonderful introduction to the series and to the audience, a forum for the independent movement in New York.
Exactly.
But I'm not that person to host it. I'm not that charismatic. I'm not that person to speak to people. I'm not. But you are.
Really?
And I've always called you. I've known you since high school, a mini Whoopi Goldberg. Forever. Look at her.
Just so you know, we have known each other a very long time.
About 20 years now.
Yeah. Yes. Wow.
And
don't ask me how old I am.
You would be since in the womb. But I thought you would be the perfect person to have this show, to be the voice of this show.
Yes.
And I, of course, wanted to do it with you. So I said in that bar, I said, listen, how would you think about doing a show where we could embrace all of the indie movement in New York? And you responded to it, and it's gone through several months of just development and the genesis of it. And then here we are today.
Here we are today.
And I hope that what this show represents in New York and what it can bring to it is, because, it's humble beginnings, it's BronxNet, it's public access, it's the Bronx.
Exactly.
It'll also be fed online, it'll be on everyone's Facebooks and Twitter and all that good stuff. But really just give a voice where it's not just you're going on your Facebook and speaking to your audience for 30 seconds. It's intimate, it's real, it's not staged, it's, improvisational, and just we can get to the heart and the root of what we all love to do, because none of us get paid to do some things that we do. These are people who are doing it for love, doing it with the hope of something more, the hope to get recognized, the hope to get funding for something else. Mm-hmm. We do it because it's a passion, it's a lifestyle, it's what we breathe, it's what we wake up thinking about, it's what we go to sleep thinking about. And now there'll be a place here with you, with BronxNet, with all of us in the Shani and Indie family, to give everyone a voice and get our message out there. And that was really the goal, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. I think you are the perfect person to be that voice.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, speaking of our connection, we've known each other for a while, but we were actually out of touch for quite some time.
Yes.
And we happened
Nothing bad happened.
Yeah,
just we lost touch.
Yeah, right. Life happens. But we
reconnected on a sad note. Actually.
Yes.
Someone who. Yeah. Well, we're segueing into speaking about a film that I wrote and directed and was in, called Stills, that Shani was an AD upon, and she became a part of that because we needed an extra crew person that day. But we had reconnected about a month before that because of the passing of a dear friend of ours, Celeste, who is one of the people who the film is actually dedicated to.
Absolutely.
And we miss her very much. But at least something something good came out of something tragic.
Yeah.
So we give our love to her and rest in peace. But because of that, stills, you became involved in that. You
Yes.
became a very integral part of that, both behind the camera and you had a nice little cameo on camera.
Right. No, and Stills is an amazing film. Tell us a little bit more about that.
It is a complete character piece. It's about human emotion and feeling. It revolves around a cast of 6, an ensemble cast of all different ethnicities. We have white, black, Latin, Asian, and a whole gamut of ethnicities and different backgrounds, most importantly. Gay, straight, transgender, lesbian, HIV positive, and that's just in the main 6.
Right.
There's a supporting cast of 17 that there's a range, and we tried to cover a lot while having it fit into one piece, and it explores just love, life, relationships, family, friends, illness, prejudice, adapting to the world, prejudice within one's family, everything you can possibly imagine, and really just tell a strong character piece, and that's really what we're about, and that's what the movie's about.
Now, this is not your first
No, it's my
project.
third. Yes.
This is not your first project.
But by far the most professional and hopefully the best. Definitely the best.
All right, so now you have somebody special that you have to bring out for me? Are you surprising me? Is that what's going on?
No, you know him and you
Do
love
I?
him. Yes, you do.
I do.
Yes.
So I'll be excited.
You will
when
be
this person
excited.
comes.
So
Tell me
we're
again
gonna,
who this is.
Gil Charleston.
The
Great.
Oh.
Yes.
Gil Charleston the Great. Okay, awesome. So we have a clip, yes?
Yes, you do have a clip.
Yes? With the two of you?
Yes, my character, I play the character Dylan, who is kind of a clown and always saying the most politically incorrect thing possible.
Absolutely.
And Gil plays DC, who is an aspiring photographer who works out of his home, which you'll see in this clip. And they've just become roommates about a month earlier, so they're just buds.
Okay, all right. So let's play that clip and we'll be back with Gil.
Okay. You're a talent, DC. Like you built in an airbrush.
Oh.
You seem to be ready for my audition on 30th?
What's today, the 21st? Yeah. I'll start working on them tonight.
You're the best.
Thanks.
I'll see you later.
Bye, sweetie.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
I'm leaving.
You are. It's too bad. Oh, bro, you make me wish I was born gay.
Well, it's never too late. But I told you I don't sleep with roommates. But keep trying. I like the attention.
Oh, I know you do, brother. Anyway, you people are surrounded by the hottest chicks.
What do you mean, you people?
Blacks, gays, blacks. So one thing I've learned in my time in the city is a white guy is but a black is fabulous. Thank you.
Is that all you've learned in the 2 months you've been here?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's why you're my dildo.
I told you, brother, keep dreaming. There you go. The audio was still, in post-production, so the audio wasn't crisp. But yeah, that's skill, man. That's skill.
Wow.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's bring out Mr. Gil Charleston. Oh,
Congratulations.
it's inappropriate to make love on camera.
No, to you.
Oh, no.
Should I leave?
Really? Yeah. Oh.
So happy for
Oh,
you.
yes.
Congratulations.
Have a seat.
Love him, brother. All right.
So, we were just talking about stills.
Yes.
Yes. And I know that you are one of the main partners in the start of this particular
Absolutely.
project.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Shane and I worked together on a few films in the past, and I'd always been interested in writing myself. I'm mostly an actor, but there's always been a part of me that's wanted to write. And working with Shane has been an amazing experience because he is a fantastic writer. I mean, the man knows how to write dialogue like nobody's business.
Absolutely.
So when the opportunity came about to collaborate with him on something, I was like, absolutely. And so we just sat around, knocked around some ideas, and just came up with the concept for the movie.
Yeah.
And came up with some really interesting characters, and
Yeah.
the proof is in stills.
Wow.
Originally, this was going to be a web series. I wanted to do one in 2009 because that was the way everything was going.
Okay.
And so I had a basic idea. So Gil, I asked him to join me along with our friend Farhana Hawk, who we had worked with in the past.
Okay.
And she's since kind of like left the industry, but she was vital to the three of us fleshing out these characters and these stories.
Right. Right.
We wrote a 13-episode first season, our Bible, and it was too much on the cream cheese budget to do. But so it kind of just sat on the shelf for a while, and then in 2011 we kind of brushed it off, and we turned into the screenplay, and then we did it.
Nice.
And here we are.
Now the clip we just saw, the two of you
Yes.
are both in it, right? And
Yes.
you're both main characters. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about your characters a little bit.
Well, I play DC, Drake Collins. He's a aspiring photographer, and at the start of the movie, we see him really trying to, figure out where he wants to go. Right now, what he does is he does headshots for actors and performers in the apartment, and his dream is to be sort of a upscale photographer in the lane of like Annie Leibovitz or things like that. Just taking really celebrity pictures. So it's about his journey to getting to that.
Right. Right.
What it takes for him to get there, and you have to see the movie to find out if he does.
Okay.
And my character is Dylan Patrick, and I've always said that any white guy with two first names as his whole name is probably a douchebag, and that's pretty much what he is.
Yeah, we got a feel for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Watching the clip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he is really a sweetheart when it comes down to it. He's got a heart of gold. He just has a wall up. He comes from not a great home, not rich, not poor, kind of right in the middle. And he played baseball all his life. And he was drafted, and he was in the minor leagues. And he thought he was going to get somewhere. Really, he wasn't. He wasn't that good. But basically, he got injured, and his career ended. So everything he had ever worked for was gone in a second. He has an old flame who, is trying to make it work with him, and he's not really interested. So he kind of just ditched her, came up to New York. He lived in the D.C. area, not D.C., but the Washington D.C. area, and
the D.C. area.
Hey,
now he does live in the D.C. area, which is a lot more fun. And so, but we came to New York, and now we're just really trying to carve a path out.
Right.
But his main storyline in the movie is that he volunteers as an HIV counselor.
Okay.
And when you see the film, you'll see the backstory to that and how being a counselor and working with one patient in particular completely brings him full circle, and he finds who he is, and you break through the kind of like stupid jokes and smart ass comments and completely incorrect humor to find who he really is, and that happens through that relationship and through his relationship with DC, who is really kind of like his anchor.
Okay. Well, just to talk about you a little bit, Gil. You've been an actor for a while.
Yeah, I've been on the hustle for a while now.
Okay. So, aside from this project, are you doing anything else, or?
Right now, it's just been about, getting out there, networking, meeting people, making connections. One of my major focuses right now is stills, because I put a lot of my heart into it, and I know everyone involved did too, so I really want this to succeed. So I want to do everything I can to get the word out about this movie, because it's a fantastic movie. And it's something that I've never seen before. I've never seen a film that touches so many different communities, and it's very much a New York story, because New York is a melting pot, and this movie is a story about how you never know who you're going to meet when you walk down the street, which is New York, the energy and you wake up one day and you think, I think I know how my day's going to be, but before you know it, it goes a completely different way, just from someone you just met, and that's what I really love about this film, because it's about how life changes just like that.
Well, now, with your character, is there any inspiration in your own life that really allowed you to pull from to really get into this character?
Yes. two things. First, DC is a photographer, and since doing this film and writing it and everything, I've really become interested in photography. You come to my house, I'm going to take your picture. Like, anyone that comes to my place, I have to take your picture. It's some weird thing I've gotten into, but my friends really dig it, and they're really down for it.
Instead of taking off your shoes, you just got to
take a picture. People fight, but then they end up taking a picture. But then the other thing is the trash TV night that we're talking about in the clip you just saw. I actually do that at my house. So any Wednesday night, if you want to come over to my place, we're watching trashy TV. So that inspired a lot of DC, and his just, you know, he feels that you're busy all the time. You should have one night a week where you just sit around, you veg out, you eat ice cream, you talk about, you know, you gossip, you catch up with your friends.
Right.
And for me, I always liked it being on Wednesday because, you know, it's just the middle of the week and you're stressed about Monday and Tuesday. You're looking forward to Thursday and Friday. So this is that one day where you can just say, you know what, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
We'll get through it. You know?
Yeah.
Hump day.
Sweet. Hump. You know, speaking of hump.
Good segue, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I know that you have a really steamy scene.
He sure does.
In this film.
Yes.
You want to tell us about that?
Yes, I do. Because, you know, talking to Shane about these characters, you know, there are 6 of us, and 5 of them in the original script had a love scene, made out with someone, kissed someone, had sex with someone. And I said, why doesn't DC get to make out with someone? Just because he's a gay man, he doesn't deserve to have love? I mean, can't he get some? I mean, doesn't he deserve love? So we wrote in a scene that I did, and it was, you know... it was...
You did the hell out of it.
It was... interesting, you know, my first sort of sex scene in a movie, but I think we did it justice, and DC's, you know, gets to have some love too, not just be the sounding board for every other character.
What is really funny though is that the actor who he was acting with, method acting with, it's his first thing he ever did. Not a professional actor, never been on screen, never been on stage. The professional actor who, if I may go back, I have seen Gil in numerous plays since we first met. And this man is so good, he brings me to tears. And I do not say that lightly. I have seen him in plays. I forget the name of it. What was the one we were on the floor?
Oh, Die Laughing.
Die Laughing. The man is dying of cancer, and he's on the floor and he's crying for his mother. This man is a thespian to the highest caliber. So I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Going back to the fun scene, that guy, now saying all that, this man was blushing, shaking, giggling, couldn't remember his lines, not that he had many, while the other guy's just like, whatever. The funny part is that this guy is completely amateur. Had no idea what he was doing. And he is just as red as that curtain over there.
I was.
But it was good. It was awesome. He was awesome.
I think I'm blushing now.
He is thinking about it.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was an incredible experience. I don't speak for everyone who was involved in it. It was a life-changing experience, and we hope to grow from it.
So now, what's the future of Stills?
The future is we are in post-production now. And we're going to have a premiere around September for all the friends and family and everyone involved. And then from there, submit it to everything you can imagine. Tribeca, Sundance, the New York Film Festival. It's small and large. Yeah. And get it out there and push it. And we hope that we can do at least a web series from it with some funding from there, because these are characters that they're not just a one-off. They can grow and they can have huge, longer story arcs. And we can really delve into who these people are when these people is everyone. Yeah. So that's the future.
But we should also give a shout out that our host, Shani, is in a few of those webisodes.
Yes.
And she is turning things up a little bit, and, you know.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Well, okay.
Just a little bit.
So, all right.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. But also, you're familiar with Miss Sade.
Yes. Sade Clark and Joseph.
Miss Sade Clark and Joseph, who is also a part of the Stills family, is going to be coming up next. She was involved. Tell us all what she did.
She came on just to kind of help out with some scheduling stuff, and she was so phenomenal. She became one of the head producers. She has a cameo in the film. Yes. Just like yourself. Yes. And she is going to be doing the score for us as well as some original songs with her band. Yes. Little Sister. Yes. Who is here.
Yes, and so Little Sister is here, and they're going to do their thing up next. Stay with us. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
And she's hot.
And she's hot. And she's hot.
You can say that.
Yes. And she's hot.
She is.
I concur.
Yeah.
Come back.
Boy, you want me to stay here, you want me to go. Boy, you want me to say things I don't even know. Ooh, ooh, but who do you think I am? Where do you think I stand? Ooh, ooh. Boy, is there a tomorrow? Is there a next year? Boy, is it alright to feel? Is it alright to fear? Ooh, no death by a broken heart. Don't even know where to start with you. With you. There are mountains I must climb, no straight line to follow. Pointed fingers to the sky got me reaching deep inside. I'm afraid that I will tumble, I will crumble. With painted lips and blinded eyes, will I tumble? Will I crumble today? Boy, you give me the ocean, you give me the world. Boy, but did you forget now that I'm just a girl? Ooh, a girl who's a stranger to love, a girl who you're thinking of with you. With you. There are mountains I must climb, no straight line to follow. Pointing fingers to the sky got me reaching deep inside. I am afraid that I will tumble, I will crumble. With painted lips and blinded eyes, will I tumble? Will I crumble today? Wish I could describe the reasons why I feel this way. Takes more strength to leave you than it takes the strength to stay. Wish I wasn't a fool, wish I wasn't afraid, afraid that I wouldn't need you. Afraid that I wouldn't need. There are mountains I must climb, no straight line to follow. Pointing fingers to the sky got me reaching deep inside. I am afraid that I will tumble, I will crumble. With painted lips and blinded eyes, will I crumble? Will I crumble today?
Sade! Miss Sade, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Little Sister, right? This is your group now? Little
Yes,
Sister?
Little Sister. Sister
Little
spelled
Sister?
S-Y.
S-Y?
Yes.
Okay, so how did you guys get started? I know it was a school thing, right? It was a school
Well, Dan
thing.
and I over here went to Columbia
How you
and kind of formed the band when I was a senior in 2011. I'd been writing songs for a while. I just wanted to like start playing and so we played on and off for the last year and a half and just recently started to like make an EP and be like, legit.
All right, so I'm curious because Dan, I met Dan, but I didn't meet the other
Yes.
people.
Right here
so
we
let
have
me know who they are.
Justin,
Hey,
Nice to meet you too.
the beautiful Lavinia,
Lavinia.
and Martin.
Martin, and of course Dan. So now you have another song for us.
I
Yeah?
have one more original song.
Okay.
It's the last song I wrote before this one, so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So once again, Miss Sade and Little Sisters.
Fiddle-dum-diddle-dee, the day my baby left me was the day I learned to cry for the first time. Fiddle-dum-diddle-doo, what good would drowning do when he's moving on to the next one? I tried to wash away the debris and the decay, to keep the gates from turning emerald to copper green. The less I think of him and let the sorrows in, the taste of fruit gets even sweeter. But I won't bow, I won't bend my knee. I'm off the ground, beyond the tree. It's my turn now, you were such a tease. And that piece of my soul that you took, I'll have back. Fiddle-dum-diddle-dee, the day my daddy left me was the day I saw my mother cry for the first time. Fiddle-dum-diddle-doo, what good would wishing do that he'd be back before the year's done? She tried to wash away the cold, the hurt, the pain, and all that I could see was an ever-growing poplar tree. She stood for me alone